I do pay attention to what people say to me in the comments section. This channel is like a bit of a two-way street. Although sometimes I come on and say something, tell you a little story, or tell you about what's going on, or tell you our cost of living, I go through all of the comments and then I read what people say to me in return. So today I've got a hat on and I've got an activewear t-shirt because that was the theme in yesterday's video. People giving me tips on clothing that I should wear. And I have implemented those changes, and look, Yvonne's already prepped. She's got her activewear top on. But today we're just out for a little bit of a walk. No big massive message in today's video. We're just having a walk through the city. We're off to meet Daryl Solis and another fellow Scot at the Pavilion Mall. We're going to go up there and have coffee with those guys because Daryl and I are thrashing around a couple of ideas. He's a content creator from Edinburgh who's been living out here for a while. He's been all over Asia. And obviously we're the newbies. We're still looking like tourists as we go everywhere. But I thought I would just have a couple of this is a bit like the canal walks that I used to do before. Just share a few thoughts. So if there's distinct themes come out in this video, I'll timestamp them along the bottom. But I'll tell you what, one of the first things that I was kind of thinking about, look. That never gets old when I walk by that. It's a stunning piece of architecture to build that. And at the other side is the Surya Mall. We're not going there, we're going to the Pavilion Mall. Up to the Pavilion Fountain. That's going to be our meeting spot today. But I'll tell you something I was thinking about the last few days, right? I'm 47. And I often think about my dad when I was younger, right? And at what stage did you become physically knackered? I made a video earlier in the year talking about being effed at 47. Now, I don't mean completely effed, right? I just mean like when you have these bursts of energy and then you just go knackered. And I can remember, I've got a couple of pals that are a wee bit older than me. And I've also had people in the comments who are like, wait till you get to this age, John, and then you'll know, wait till you get to this age. I mean, not that I'm running towards those ages just to kind of see what it feels like. But what I mean by that is, like, I watch a film now in the evening, like Yvonne and I will sit and watch a movie. And I almost can never make it to the end of a film. And I'm like a film buff, like I love movies. I grew up on films, right? Single dad, so when my dad would be at work, I would be allowed to get a video, and that was kind of like your babysitter back in the 80s, right? Would be a movie. And so I've seen a lot of films, and now I watch a film and I get like halfway through and I'm like, I have to watch a film over 2 days.
It's humidity though, it's not your old age, you're not old.
Yvonne says it's the humidity, and I'm not sure I believe that. I think it's your age. And so what that was my SD card running out of space. What is it to say about preparation? What's that phrase? Oh well, anyway, so I can't watch a film now, right, the whole way through without falling asleep. And I was telling people on my live stream at the weekend, the live Q&A, that I was watching Rollerball, 1975 movie with James Caan, because I like the old films. Modern day films absolutely suck. In fact, October there was the worst year on record, or the worst month, sorry, on record for new releases in the cinema and their performance in decades. There's hard graft, isn't it, during the day out here in that heat? So yeah, I watch films now and I fall asleep halfway through. And I'm wondering, like, is that an age thing? Is that just when you get older, you just can't keep your eyes open? And what it made me think about, right, was when I was young, can't remember what age I would have been at the time, but probably like 12 or 13. I remember the last time going to the cinema with my dad, and it was to see Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, not all the Batmans that have came after that. It was the Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson Batman. We were in the cinema, right, and I'm like, I'll be like 12, super excited to see this movie. That was like hyped out of its mind, that film. Prince did the soundtrack. That's a big movie. Kim Basinger was in the movie. Basinger, yeah, I said that. And we're in the cinema, right? And the film starts, and it gets about half an hour in, and then to the side of me, all I could hear was and I looked round, and my dad was completely out for the count, right? Completely gone. And he would probably, I don't know what age he would have been at that point. In his 40s maybe. I need to check these things. I'm not good with maths like that. I'm not good with things like that. Doing those quick calculations. If I was that age and I was born in that, what age would he have been? Not good with that stuff. But he was completely out cold. People keep telling me to go to an Irish bar. Here's Healy Mac's Irish bar. But going to an Irish bar is difficult because I'm Scottish. Not that you can't drink in an Irish bar, but I also don't drink. So the temptation to sit in an Irish bar is like, do I want to do that? So my dad's in the cinema, giving it big, like full blown Zeds. And there was a woman sitting behind us who asked me to wake him up because he was disturbing the film for her. I had to wake my dad up, and he was like, I was sleeping. That was his reaction to everything. And now, all these years later, that's what I'm doing. It made me think about it. So we've been watching a couple of films, and then I've just been nodding off to sleep. Anyway, you can let me know down in the comments. Is that just an age thing, or is it the TikTok, YouTube generation where you can only watch things in like 60-second or like 8-minute long windows before you lose interest because all of our brains have been rotten by fast action content? I don't know. I digress. Right, we're heading up this way to the pavilion in order to go see Darrow, and then I'll show you what we're seeing up there. We're outside this place here called the Brew House, and Yvonne's telling me that the Millennium Club here is apparently like a top class nightclub, and there would have been a time where that would have interested me, but not at my age now. Like, you know, you don't want to be the old guy in a club. I used to always think about that when I was a DJ, right? Like, when do you get to the stage? And I've still gone clubbing maybe over the last couple of years, like to big events, big outdoor events. Especially if we've been at a festival or something and we've maybe gone to like the night section of it, but I think that's tolerable because you're at a festival. But see, the idea of going to a nightclub, getting dressed up, going to a nightclub? No, but if you're interested, Millennium Club over there is apparently a good spot. Now, I love on the paths that they have these things here, right? Which is obviously to stop the motorbikes coming along, so you can get your trolley or your baby buggy through here, but it's to stop the bikes coming down the paths, because when traffic's busy, the bikes just scoot through anywhere. As you can see here, there's bikes all along this bit because there's no block here, but I like that idea of like path control, making sure that if you're coming along here, you're not getting knocked down by some grab rider trying to deliver somebody's Subway sandwich or nasi lemak, probably more to the point. So just approaching now the last turning before we get to the pavilion. We've got the monorail above, which Darrow's probably heading in on to come and meet us. Lots of little eatery places here. Damascus, we've had some food delivered from there. I love when you see these kind of old alleyways where you get that kind of mix of like old and new in the city, where it's like the real modern aspect of it all. I mean, can't get much more modern than there's H&M at the other side, and the very famous video screen at the top there, which everybody comes to take their pictures and their video footage of, especially at night time. It looks extremely cool. And we're going around this way now. I'm going to point this out, right, but there is poverty in this city. It's not perfect. There's homelessness going on, mixed in with the realities of a city life, right? No different than London in some aspects of that, where you've got the differences of life, rich and poor. It's there. I'm not trying to like make a big deal out of it. Tell you what, I'm making a big deal out of it. Look at the size of that kebab. Look at this, the chicken and lamb or beef. Pretty wild. And down here is the fountain, and that's where we're going to meet the other guy. So we're back in the kind of metropolis. It's a tongue tire for me, my Scottish accent. But we're going to go down here, meet Darryl when he gets here, and Mike. Both of them are from Edinburgh. Both of them are from Edinburgh, and we're Glaswegians. Now, to Scottish viewers, you'll know Edinburgh and Glasgow, right? We have that natural rivalry. And to any international viewers, you'll be like, Edinburgh and Glasgow, the two major cities of Scotland. And you have the kind of people that, hopefully you'll forgive me in saying this, right? But Edinburgh is like the posh bit, and Glasgow, where I'm from, is like the working class bit. We have very different accents. Scottish, of course, very different accents. I mean, rivalries, right? I mean, we're all Scottish, so it doesn't really play into anything. But I'll tell you, when I worked in London, I worked with a woman that was from Edinburgh, and man, she went on about it all the time. All the time she went on about it. Anyway, let me show you around here. There's a fountain coming up, right? I'll let you see what this looks like. As we walk down here, you got the Louis Vuitton store all lit up. And we got the fountains, and then we're going to go in the mall and let you see what it's like inside the mall as well, for a very specific reason that will become apparent in a minute or two when we get in there, and I'll let you see. Because I've understood the place has been all done up. I mean, look at this, the Pavilion Suites here, security guards outside, the Coach New York store here, and look at that, it's all done up with the Chanel stuff outside. Ready for what? Ready for what? Christmas! That's what it's ready for. Christmas! Look at that! Now we'll come back at night time, like see what that looks like. What are those? Christmas trees, dare I say it? Christmas trees. Christmas present boxes. And the fountain's looking spectacular. Won't this look good at night?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Alright, let's see if we can find these two. Look at this, all the tourists are standing waiting to get their photo taken at the Chanel Winter Constellation. Consumerism is alive and well. Get your pictures taken next to the Chanel bottle. Fair play, you want to get your picture taken there. Oh, I can immediately feel the breeze from inside the door. It feels lush. It's so cool in here, and I don't mean like cool as in, oh, this is hipster. I mean temperature wise, it's extremely cool. Look at this. What happens when two YouTube channels clash? Clash? What happens when two YouTube channels clash? That's the question. Hello, mate.
How you doing, bro?
Are you well? Are you well?
How you doing?
Hi.
I'm just saying, what happens when two YouTube channels clash together, mate? That's the question.
That's it, man. You know, like, what happens? You know, we just get together, we collaborate,
That's it.
and we create good content to show you guys and to get you guys out here and explore this region. It's amazing.
There you go, professionally said. I couldn't make that any better if I tried.
So I'm with John here, and his channel link is in the description. This is his wife, Yvonne.
Hi.
Both from Glasgow, so we're all from Scotland. And we're about to meet another Scottish guy. Where is he?
He's on his way, so
Alright.
Darryl's just said that perfectly. Darryl Solis' channel, changed name, it's Daz Moves now.
I might change back to Darryl Solis again.
And we've came out here to have coffee, have a bit of a chat and just talk about plans and living here, see what we can do in terms of creators together, just sharing a bit of this life experience. I'm in my late 40s, Darryl's in his 30s, we have different styles of life, but we've left the UK and we've moved out here and just making it happen.
That's
Making it happen.
Making it happen, and what you got to do is you just got to take action, and you've just got to go for it. I met a client yesterday in his mid-20s from Wales, never been to Southeast Asia before. He got out of his comfort zone, he came here solo, and he doesn't want to go back to the UK, and for obvious reasons. So he's living the life out here, he's loving it, he's you know, working hard to make it work for them out here. That's what it's all about. It's all about working for yourself. You got to get on it. Only you can save yourself as well. Come out here to Southeast Asia. It's one of the best regions that you can come to. It's cheap for us, being from the UK. It's up and coming. It's safe. It's warm. The food is amazing. You can live a much healthier life out here in Southeast Asia.
And cut! Just came in the front door here, and if you want to see what it looks like in the mall at Christmas time, look. Look at that! Isn't that amazing? The whole place has been absolutely decorated out. The Christmas songs are on. Doesn't that make you feel festive? I'm honestly smiling from ear to ear just coming in here. I wasn't really thinking about Christmas this year. I don't know why. But look at that. Christmas trees, reindeers, the decorations, the kids are running around having a blast. Are you getting this in the UK? Do your shopping malls look like this? Look at this, the polar bears. They got the drum kits, animated. Look at that. It looks absolutely amazing. And I'm guessing they must have some kind of a show on here. I have no idea if this music's going to get copyrighted or not, but I'm just going to take a walk around the mall here and let you see it all. Look at that. Does that make you feel Christmassy? It's certainly giving me a whole different thought process about it. For some reason I was saying to Yvonne, Christmas just isn't really in my mindset this year. I think with the move away, all the effort that it's taken, and then I get here and I see this and I'm smiling like a big kid. Absolutely smiling like a big kid. Look at all that. And over this side you got all the penguins. Look, the penguins doing a little show. You got jingle bells playing. Right, it's all kitted out. Let's go and get a coffee. If you want to see the other side of being a content creator, this is it. We come out for a coffee. We're just chilling here having a coffee, and he's knocking out videos left, right, and centre over our shoulder. Everything is content to this man. It's like the other side of being a YouTuber. So we had a nice coffee there with Daryl and Mike. Mike's from Edinburgh. His wife's actually from here. And they are consultants. And we had a coffee and a catch up, and now we're back in the mall to just have a little wander around. Had a couple of hours of talking shop there. I'll tell you what we're thinking about. Daryl, who lives up here, has got his own channel, and then I've obviously got my channel. We're thinking about doing a little meet and greet, a little get together with maybe other British people that are out here, or those that have just recently moved, or also locals that are interested in talking to us about YouTube channels or this way of life, and just being able to get together and answer questions and chat. So if you think that's of any interest to you, you're already here and you would want to catch up with us, we might be able to organise a little venue somewhere that we can meet. So let me know down below. God, I sound like such a YouTuber. Like, let's go and have a look at the Christmas decorations in this mall. Look at how pristine it is in here. It's gleaming. Every one of these floors has a different theme. So this is the kind of, I think, is this the perfume floor? Each floor has a different layout to it. Anyway, let's go see the Christmas stuff. That's what it looks like from upstairs. Look at that, isn't that Christmassy? I'm honestly so impressed by this. It's just given me a whole new perspective on Christmas rolling round. I know it's still November, right, but it feels Christmassy. Does it feel Christmassy, Yvonne?
It really does. What an effort they've put into this. It's so lovely.
Right, that music's definitely getting copyrighted. Right, back outside, and it's time to walk back to the apartment because I've got a... Oh, hello. I've got a call this afternoon.
Look at them. Those Scots are everywhere. Right?
Bloody YouTubers.
Scots are invading
Bloody
Malaysia. Look at this.
YouTubers.
We're taking over.
Bloody YouTubers.
We're
Makes me
taking
embarrassed.
over.
Makes me embarrassed. When you talk about making videos on YouTube, right, I'm still kind of getting used to this idea of like walking along the street and talking on the camera. Makes me a little bit kind of like at times, right? But you get used to it. Get used to it. It's just part and parcel of like kind of sharing what the streets look like and a bit of life. And then I bump into Daryl, and Daryl's got the ability to make anything into a video. It's so impressive. We were just sitting having a coffee with Mike, who's also just started a little TikTok channel. And he's been making a few videos out here about his experiences, starting to build a little TikTok bit of content. And we're sitting at the coffee table having a coffee, and Daryl's just straight out with his camera like, hey, we're here with the guys, and straight into interview mode. And I'm like, what the hell? We're just out here having a bit of a catch up. But I applaud him. That's because Daryl's been doing it for a few years now, and he is just a dab hand at this. I got to say, I admire his confidence and ability to just chat. You know, you can never stop learning in all of these things, right? I've done sales for 30 odd years. I've talked my whole life, and even I sometimes feel a little bit self-conscious in these moments. But if you're thinking about starting this and doing it, just make things, put it out. Don't worry about the embarrassment or the nervousness. Just make it, put it out, and then you'll get better and better and better every time you make something else. Right back at the beginning, Yvonne used to say to me, like, I don't want to do the camera stuff, and now,
Hi.
now she's just like, hey, hello. Confidence, right? Anyway, let's carry on. Little place here called Gravy Baby, which does like pies. Famous for its cocktails and pies. I mean, that sounds like heaven to you, doesn't it, Vonnie?
Absolutely.
Cocktails and pies. And then we've got the Irish bar that we passed by earlier on. And as you can see at the end of the road here, the Petronas Towers, as we head back towards where our apartment is. And so if you wanted to know what do you get up to during the day, John? What's your average day looking like when you're retired? Well, this has been it. It's been a little Monday afternoon, out for a nice walk. It's muggy, but this sports top has made such a difference to feeling comfortable in the heat. And we've been up to the pavilion, we've seen the Christmas decorations, we've met up with Mike and Daryl for a good giggle over a coffee, thrashed about with a couple of ideas, really hoping that we can kind of set up some kind of little group of like-minded people from different places that are maybe thinking of moving out here or are already here, and we can just share our ideas about where to live, how to live, businesses, channel ideas, all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to head back to the apartment, have a nice lunch with Yvonne because we only had coffee, and then I'm going to edit this and post it. And then this evening I'm going to relax and fall asleep halfway through a movie, rinse and repeat. Say goodbye, Vonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Be back in the next one with something a bit different. This was just a bit of a fun stroll, coffee, and a bit of reality of what a Monday looks like. Look at that. Petronas Towers just in the distance, peeking through the trees there. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one. I'll tell you where I would not like to be living right now, and it's... Whoa, did you see that? Would not like to be living up there. That is Wild! And you can't even see it now, but through there, it's the KL Tower. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see anything out there, Bonnie?
Not a lot. The visibility is just completely gone.
The whole city's just disappeared.
Thunderstorms are something else. It's so cool.
You love the thunderstorms, don't you?
Love it. Especially when you're inside.
The city has just disappeared, folks, and all we've got is rain, and thunder and lightning. It's pretty spectacular.